Hello, and welcome to a brand new episode of Formula Pod. It is the ultimate race. It's the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, and as everyone probably was thinking, okay, what's going to be the case? Max, Lando, Oscar, who's going to be? Clearly, Lando sealed the deal. And again, by all estimates, it was supposed to be Max, and Max clearly won the race, but it's just that things didn't go this time in Max's favor. Clearly, we got a brand new world champion. And joining today's episode, we've got Nathan, of course, our household name, and back in the day household name of this podcast, Rishiti joins us back from London, the McLaren fan who's finally just ready to celebrate the championship properly. But welcome guys to the show.
Hi.
See, you can literally, from the voice, you can hear that she can't stop her excitement at all.
No, it took me 3 years to get to this point, Arjun. I'm really happy.
It took
Wow.
5 years for Lando Norris to get to this point, so no
Yes.
problem. No, but fair share.
Every year I would say.
Speaking about years, I've got to probably wait for 25 years for Ferrari to be champion.
Well, you retire by then.
Oh, what did you just say? I will die by then. What?
I'm going to retire by then.
Oh, retire. Okay, 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 fine.
Next possible if they actually do that. Probably Payman might actually do it because who knows?
If you're saying that the Charles Leclerc should be getting it,
You know
did
what?
he get it?
Though?
What?
What I was thinking was because Ferrari is so down in the constructors and because of the regulation changes next year, I really feel like Ferrari might have a chance.
They will
Because they have
actually.
more time in the
This is-
winter. They have more
this is-
chance,
This is when did you start becoming a Ferrari fan, Vishruti? When did this delusion start hitting you?
See, I'm a through and through McLaren fan, to a point where I want no beef between Lando and Oscar, but
Mhm.
I'm also a Lewis fan, and Lewis is the reason I got into F1, as everyone knows. I was introduced to F1 by Arjun. Who else will I start? So I'll take it. I just need that man to do something. But the fact that he's broken his streak of not even getting on the podium this year,
As in, we were just discussing this last episode. We should consider the sprint win in China like a big win for Ferrari.
that's I was on a call with someone last week, and I was just like, "Well, Lewis has not been on the podium at all." And he goes, "No, full blown Lewis fan." Just goes, "No. We still have China Sprint. We still have China Sprint."
Man, I still can't take China Sprint seriously because the race we both got disqualified because of the plank wear. So I don't even want to count the China Sprint
don't
as
even
a
wanna talk
genuine
about-
win.
I don't even want to talk about.
See, it's
flying
just that at the end of the day, people are just being like, let's stay positive reinforcement. Ferrari at least won a sprint.
But guys, why are we talking about Ferrari? How did this
I
end
know.
up being a Ferrari podcast?
know.
Again? We are talking about the Abu Dhabi
I
Grand Prix.
know
We're
this
talking about
always.
McLaren.
I don't know how is this. Every time we record, it always turns down to again. What do you call it? Traveling back to Shanghai
Ferrari's depressive state.
and this Ferrari sprint win.
Guys, it's because I'm here. That's why. I think it's because of my depression. It's like actually spreading even to happy people. I think I should take a sabbatical. Find another Ferrari fan or someone.
This time.
Well, you may not know, as in finally what all the Ferrari fans say, next year is our year, may happen or not.
That was me 3 years ago, Nathan. Keep living that dream.
I've been living that dream since 2018. So please don't even get me started. Please don't even get me started.
I think people who finally saw after Raikkonen winning a championship, after that they're like, okay, next year may be our year, and then after they went close, and then they're like, oh, you know what? Next year is not even our year.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that should be the slogan now. Just say
Charles
that then.
got in Abu Dhabi a few years back, and that was it.
Exactly.
Guys, let's talk about McLaren. Let's talk about the race. Let's talk about the race.
Let's talk about the race. Like again, it was quite an exciting one though, because
Was it? Was it?
a
So
three-way
he-
fight definitely.
For a
Three-way fight
McLaren
is-
fan, I would say, yeah, it was probably
It
exciting.
was a lot of emotions for us, not gonna lie. Especially with the penalty, possible penalty, that freaked me out.
Oh yeah, I know. Can we just talk about how Red Bull played all the cheeky moves on not allowing Lando to pass through, and then Lando just did like when he did that move, you know what I remembered? Lewis doing it on Charles in Mexico, going on the grass and then just getting through.
That
Like
was,
that was like masterclass move.
mind you, like I mentioned before we started this, I was surrounded by Red Bull fans, right? So when that overtake happened, okay, the way I was ostracized for something that man did. I was like, no, Lando did not do this. Lando did not do that. Like he overtook, like, where out of the white lines and stuff like that. I was like, no, he did not. Like, it was kind of obvious that he did not. Like in my eyes, it's obviously he did not.
I'm pretty sure that racing director would have been like, "This is just listen. This is just racing. It's Formula
Racing,
One."
Exactly.
racing, guys,
And
it's racing instead.
yeah, exactly. And look, I don't know if I would probably have a different take to this, but look, the last time I have flashbacks, and every Mercedes fan has flashbacks when the FIA had to decide a championship. It did not go well. It did not go well. And I didn't really understand the idea of the FIA giving one person, and the one person being Yuki Tsunoda, the penalty. It was either both of them get the penalty or none of them get the penalty, right? I don't think either driver deserved the penalty. It was just
Mhm.
racing. It's just
Yeah.
part of it. So I didn't understand why Yuki Tsunoda only had to get the penalty. I mean, it either should have been both the drivers getting a penalty or none of them. I mean, it doesn't make sense for both drivers to get a penalty. So why was there a penalty in the first place? Anyway, we don't want to
No,
get
I think
into.
to a certain extent he was swerving in the straight,
He was, but again,
and that too multiple times.
Exactly.
If
we
you see
have
the
seen that.
footage,
Yeah, but
four or
Arjun,
five times he's already
we
done
have
that.
seen that multiple times in every other race, and
Yeah,
nothing was done. So this was
nah,
like,
and it can be
because it
definitely a
was.
cheeky FIA move though. It can be
It
that as
could
well.
be.
Take into
And
the fact that it was Lando who was the other driver and it was his championship on the line, and the fact that even though they were swerving in other places, like Yuki and Lando were side by side. It was either Lando went out to overtake or Yuki pushed him off the lines and then he overtook. So, all put together, and the fact that 3 out of the 4 people sitting in the FIA paddock was the same as 2021 Abu Dhabi. I didn't know.
yeah, exactly. I
Oh
think
no!
they just like making controversial
They need
decisions, I believe.
drama. They need someone new. Every single time the 3 of them up there.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God Masi's not there anymore. I don't know what I would do if that man was still
Oh
here.
no! Trust me. One of our normal, like our regular contributors, Nyla. So she was basically marshalling this year at the
Yeah,
Abu
yeah,
Dhabi
I
Grand
saw
Prix,
that.
and she took the picture with the race director, and she's like, "Hope this guy doesn't make any silly mistakes."
The fact that, like, the second I saw, like, it came up, like, the notification came up like a week back that it was going to be 3 out of the 4, and then I was like, this is not good for me. This is not good for Lando. I started having palpitations. I'm like,
See,
Max.
at least you can be like, it was not good for Max.
I was scared because, like, see, but the thing is, in my head, it was either they're gonna favor Max and it's not gonna be good for Lando, or they will do what they did 4 years back and want a new winner.
Probably that can be a thing as well. No, see,
Oh my
at the end of the
goodness.
day, Red Bull is not as strong as back in the day because you've lost all the strong gems of Red Bull at the moment.
Mhm.
I need
You,
to
if
talk
you,
to you about next year too. It's been a while since I've spoken to you. I need to talk to you about next year as well. It's freaking me out. But yeah.
we'll get there. Don't worry. But like, yeah, I got to give a massive shout out to Lewis Hamilton though. Even though that car was a shitbox, he managed to do a couple of brilliant overtakes and then got
Oh
two
yeah.
points.
Oh yeah. That was nice. That was nice.
Even though I was like, oh shit, I don't want to watch this qualifying anymore because this guy got. I was like, what the hell is going on?
The last 2-3 races, that man's qualifying was abysmal. It was horrible.
Abysmal. Abysmal is such.
A light up.
If there's a superlative term to it, I shall put that.
Man, I'm sorry.
I don't know if there's a superlative term to that, but if so, that is what it is.
We put that.
Yeah.
Well, there is a superlative word, but it's not parliamentary. It's not parliamentary. Man, I really feel bad. And look, and I don't know why we're talking about Ferrari again, but like
No, I'm
this
not
is.
talking about Ferrari. We're talking about Hamilton here.
But he is a Ferrari driver. Come on. I mean, look, this is just this. I mean, 2026 is just going to be a very interesting, important year for Ferrari. And I say this because both Charles and Lewis, after what has happened, in the past, I think 5-6 races, ever since Mr. John Elkann opened his mouth, those two drivers have lost faith and lost confidence in that team.
I mean,
I
when you
don't
say
think.
something like that
Yeah,
about drivers, there's no going back. Honestly, the
yeah,
drivers would have probably
Hmm.
lost hope in that entire team.
exactly. And there
Lewis
are like.
was losing hope with every race, by the way.
Yeah. I
See,
mean,
if
that's how Lewis is. He drives himself with motivation, and if he's getting demotivated and discouraged, it's not going to help him. It's not going to build him up. The only
yeah,
thing that's going to build him up is his momentum, and he needs momentum when he gets positive reinforcement. That's how he has always been. That's how he drives himself, and that's why he's a 7-time world champion. He has that mentality. He's a mentality monster. He drives on momentum, and if a team like Ferrari is going to halt that, I'm really sorry to say this, but I think Ferrari might lose two drivers after next season, and it's going to be panic stations for
to be very
2026.
honest, all the a good amount of Mercedes fans were just thinking, why this guy left Mercedes?
Not just
You
Mercedes.
know,
I was thinking the same thing.
like
Hmm.
why this guy left Mercedes? Because after that, Mercedes improved, really started improving. That they're second on the constructors. But
Yeah.
I got to shift lens right now to McLaren. Oscar Piastri. I personally felt the team sabotaged this guy's race.
See,
I personally think the team sabotaged his race.
stop
Okay,
laughing,
Arjun,
Nathan.
Arjun, you just started a fight, and I'm gonna dip. So you guys fight it out. I am not getting into this. You just started a fight with a bunch of McLaren fans. Lando Norris and probably Oscar Piastri fans hearing this podcast. So yeah, but,
Again,
what's your
how
point,
Lando
Arjun?
Norris Paris though? Sorry, did I say Lando Norris Paris?
I mean,
La-
the Lando fan is in the podcast right now, and she's ready to throw hands, Arjun. I feel scared for you,
No,
so
see,
you
I'll
got
tell
to
you.
bring
No,
up your best
I'm
defense.
Chances have
I
gone off on
see.
someone. It would be
I'm not.
amazing.
I'm not saying that Lando didn't win out of pure merit. He did. I'm not saying that. But if you look at the tire history, Oscar was told to run a longer stint. Per lap, he was losing time. Because I remember per lap, he must have lost about 1.8 seconds. And when his gap and Lando's gap were, I think, in the what 4 or 5 seconds,
1.5 seconds.
then only he was called into pit. Because when Lando pitted off and then Oscar was on second, Oscar was basically, I think, at 18 seconds lead. And then the gap got shrunk to that short amount, and then still this happened. So that's why I was like, there was a clear move that, okay, like, cancel me off. The Australian Parliament discussed this. Realize that the Australian Parliament discussed this.
I saw that. It was Oscar
It's
Piastri being.
it's not just me.
That was the best thing I saw, by the way.
I'm like, a government for the first time discussed in their House of Parliament
That was so.
what a British team is doing to an Australian driver. I'm like, where these guys were when Daniel Ricciardo was being fucked up.
Mind you, Oscar is basically part British because he grew up there.
Still, he races under the Australian flag.
100%. My take on this, yes, that kind of shocked me that Oscar was being pitted after both of Lando's pits. That was extremely shocking to me, but I think what they were trying to do was see, at that point or in Abu Dhabi, the more probable, more easier win for the championship would have been obviously been Lando.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they wanted to see how far Oscar can push. I think they were trying to see how far Oscar can push because Lando was on hards as well. Oscar started on hards, Lando pitted first, and he went on hards. They just wanted to see whether this man could go all the way to the end, and they probably wanted to see how many laps will Oscar be able to tolerate that hards, to see whether Lando can tolerate those hards till the end, which obviously he did not. So, you know. Then when Oscar started wearing down, that's why they pitted Lando first, so that Lando can go up a little bit faster. And he was at that time where if he would have gone into the pits and come back out, he still would have been ahead of Charles.
I have a different take on this actually. I
Hmm.
mean, I actually don't think Oscar got the bad strategy, and the reason for that is I really think at that point at Abu Dhabi the fight was, I mean, as much as it was a three-way fight, there
It was
had to be a lot of factors that needed to be put in place for Oscar to be in contention.
exactly.
And honestly, at that point of time, I don't know if it's like Oscar's garage or Oscar and his engineer that made this decision to start on hards. It was probably just to throw the others off, and just do something different in case there is a safety car in the end, or there is some sort of external factor that could change up the whole race.
As
Which, by
we've
the
seen,
way, was really shocked that, but no one got, no one, no,
now
none
I'm
of their
shocked
engines
that
stopped.
in the last like 4 laps.
20 drivers, all 20 drivers crossed the line, which is very
I
shocking
know,
for it to be
right?
the final race, which kind of threw me off, honestly.
Because
But
even
look,
in
McLaren really, I think they had to favor Lando. I mean, it's pretty obvious. I mean, the only place where I would say, okay, Oscar's side of the garage was not favored was probably the races before Abu Dhabi. I would not count Abu Dhabi as a race where Oscar's strategy was messed up or anything like that.
exactly, like
Fair enough.
I understand Nathan, because like Lando, like Oscar, they really had to fuck up. Max and Lando really had to fuck up for Oscar to win the championship,
Yeah,
because they
That's
had
exactly.
to be
clearly
like
not happening, though.
sixth and 10th. Lando had to be P6 or lower, and Max had to be P10 or lower. And we know in those cars at that time, it was not going to happen.
The only thing for that to make sense is if Lando and Max like hit each other, or two people crashed into both of them, which
Hmm.
was, I
And
mean, after seeing how they raced in Abu Dhabi, I
exactly,
don't, they were in their best behavior. Literally, no driver made any other fault except for that Lando Norris and Yuki Tsunoda incident.
exactly.
Everyone kept
Oh
it
no, there
clean.
was there was Liam
Ollie,
Lawson got
Ollie, Liam Lawson,
Yeah,
yeah.
but like, guys,
far
they're
back.
rookies. They're
And
rookies. I mean, they're just having fun. I mean, did
Liam
anything really
Lawson
happen?
rookie,
but
really?
Yeah, I
practically,
mean, at this point, at this point, are we
practically,
keeping count of rookies? Please don't get it. Please don't talk about rookies anymore. Okay, they have fully done a season. They're not rookies anymore. Let's not get into that
No, no,
debate
no.
again,
I'm not saying rookie. I'm just asking Liam Lawson being a rookie just because from Singapore onwards he started racing for AlphaTauri. So
bro. Leave it, bro. It's fine.
so
They
like
called him a
I
rookie at
don't
the
call them.
start, bro. It's okay.
It's a mess up. Anyways. Moral of the story. Guide is what do you call got couple of penalties. So it's not that they were doing clean racing. It's just that they were doing safe racing.
and what's another thing is that, like, knowing, like, see, Lando being overtaken by Oscar in the first lap, basically just gave way to the fact that Max and Lando cannot crash each other
Yeah.
unless by some random means Oscar Piastri either fucks up or he surpasses Max. And at that speed that Max was going, he was not going to surpass Max.
See, we need to first
He was
figure out
undercut
what's
by most
basically in
drivers.
that Red Bull car, though. Okay,
I don't know, and the fact that it was
and
only
and
and not in Yuki's.
exactly,
Isn't it
and
obvious? I mean, what is this? Is this rocket science? I mean, the answer is right there. Max Verstappen. What other answer do you need? It's
I mean,
he's the
he was
only
done
guy that
racing
can
with
make
another
that
car.
Red Bull win a race, and I can't believe it, man. I seriously can't believe it. Like, I came into this season thinking that Lando and McLaren, not Lando, McLaren were gonna dominate this season. I never in a million years would have expected Max Verstappen to be finishing first in the last few races
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
McLaren were dominating. I'm really, this guy is unstoppable. And I'm literally, McLaren fans, just be grateful Max did not have a good car this season. Because honestly speaking, if he did, I don't know if Lando or Oscar for that matter,
Oh, I
or
agree.
McLaren as a team would have stood a chance against that
I
Red
know,
Bull team.
right?
Constructors, we would have won again. That's not.
Yeah,
That's
obviously.
Constructors is a different story. You guys
Yeah.
got
constructors. Are
P1,
different.
P2 all through the first half of the season.
Exactly.
Points gap has come up that high. That's it. Like, okay, screw that.
No, the
Exactly.
reason why I call out McLaren is not for the Constructors' Championship reason. It's purely for the strategy. Because I feel like there were,
That pisses me off.
yeah, they had so many missed opportunities that they could have capitalized in races where Max
Vegas,
won.
the last few races really pissed me off.
Yeah.
The strategy they had in Qatar, the whole plank thing being basically a strand of hair was the difference, right? That
Gave me
pissed me off so badly.
gave me Ferrari vibes, so I kind of relate.
Oh
Yeah.
God, so that, yeah, no, I'm never getting over that. But I'm just glad that they won both drivers and constructors.
But you
Yeah.
know, I'm going to shift from McLaren to a bit to what do you call Aston Martin. Last couple of races, these guys are performing quite well.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
You got to give it to them. Like Lance Stroll finishing P10.
Yeah.
I'm
He's
so
the greatest driver of sometimes, guys.
I know, right? Not
He's
he
the
is a
greatest.
GOST.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
Ghost.
A ghost. He's a ghost. He actually is. I mean, like he's Mr. Inconsistent, He's consistent in being inconsistent. This
I
dude,
can tell with him.
yeah, I mean, it's crazy. I think he gets a buff when it's the last race of the season and when there's rain. Oh, imagine Abu Dhabi with rain. He-
What
he's
was the
My
end?
he's
God.
he's probably going to win the race. Man, but Aston Martin, good on them, honestly. I
Genuinely,
They
since
finally figured
Newey
out
was
your thing. Then
since Newey was brought on, and since the whole principal thing changed and Newey's principal for next year, that
yeah,
probably might have like changed quite a bit in the team. Knowing that someone like Adrian Newey is their team principal makes so much of a difference. I
yeah.
would still stand my ground and say I do not like Lance Stroll.
No, he's probably he's the ghost, guys. Come on.
yeah. Like
He's
if
the
you,
ghost, guys.
I definitely see Lance Stroll doing say like how Nico Rosberg did when finally won that championship, and the next day said, you know what, I'm done. Thanks.
Maybe it's a win. What if he just wins and then he's like he calls it quit.
Literally,
He calls it quits. That's it.
pretty hard. His dad's like, just
No,
win one race. Just win one race, my boy, and that's all.
exactly. It can be
Maybe
that as
his
well.
dream, guys, is to win Montreal and then next day he doesn't show up at work.
Like, hello, guys, I've done my job.
Yeah.
I've got a skiing accident.
Okay, Arjun, you took it too dark, brother. Where
Okay,
did you
fine.
go, brother?
I was we were in Montreal.
Okay, but
Not just
yeah, skiing accident brings up a lot of a
the
lot of other things,
last
Arjun.
good driver, maybe.
A lot of other things. Okay, moving swiftly, Arjun.
Yeah, but and also Esteban Ocon, like that for as in Aston Martin on one side, Ferrari on sorry not Ferrari, Haas on the other side.
Yeah. Where did Aston Martin and Haas finish in the championship?
So we've got Aston on the 7th, Haas on the 8th.
Okay.
So Aston is 89 points, Haas is 79 points.
Not bad.
Wow.
10 points.
I mean,
Not bad when McLaren have scored 10 times more.
no, but guys, let's just deep this fact, right? Haas have how many points? 79?
Yeah.
Weren't they like 5 years back? Didn't five? Not five. 3 or 4 years back when they had Mick Schumacher in their team, didn't they like score like 0 points or
Yeah,
something?
yeah.
It's insane how close that midfield, that bottom five teams are, or bottom four teams are, and it's
We
What?
don't call bottom five. Alpine is exempted case.
oh, okay, okay. We are not counting Alpine then.
Sauber end again?
Sauber is P9 with
P9.
70 points.
16 more than what they had last year.
Yeah,
Not bad. Not bad.
and that includes a podium from
Exactly.
Hulkenberg.
Well done, Nico.
Yeah.
15 points right there.
No, I mean this is just good sign. I don't know. Maybe this is probably like the end of because it's the end of the regulation and all the teams are like really close, bunched up.
Mhm.
Um, we might get a reset next year. So we are definitely getting a reset in terms of the car, but let's also keep our hopes down in terms of the championship because I feel like
It's
that's gonna
little
be.
joy for Ferrari.
Don't say that, please.
Well,
Don't
well,
say
well, 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 Ferrari has done one thing for sure. Their homologation tests have got their cars passed. So,
Which I
up,
don't know if that's a good thing, Arjun. So, like, a lot of people have been saying that, if you pass that test, the crash test or whatever, it means that you have a safe car. But that also can mean that you have a very heavy car. And I don't know if a heavy car is a good thing.
see, I'll tell you
It's bound
this.
to be a little bit more heavy. No,
It's going to be lighter by two
It's going to be
lighter.
percent.
Yeah,
lighter.
yeah. Sorry, my brain.
But see,
Yeah.
again, it's the good thing is that FIA has put in a rule that no car should be black in color anymore. As in that rule has come in, so at least we know that all cars will have full livery on. And in between that, there is a new directive that the FIA logo should be 75 millimeters on the car, and it should be visible either on on the wings or either on the intake.
What?
What difference does that make?
I
Okay.
know they want to
They
put the
have like
FIA
a
logo
danger
more like
so that
visible.
it's, do not make a mistake. I will come to haunt you.
No, but I'm actually surprised. Was the logo even there on the cars in the first place?
I think it might have been there on the nose.
Because see, I have the Ferrari SF20, whatever, this crap car as my screensaver, and I don't see the logo. I want
Okay,
to
then it
change.
was
I
because I know it was there behind all steering wheels do have an FIA's logo on them.
right. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
this
I
is
remember that.
serious. So,
Yeah.
Okay,
but
so
like,
it may be, but 75 millimeters is like a pretty substantial space. That's
Yeah. It's
7.5
it's
centimeter,
yeah.
about
It's
7.5 centimeters. I'm not sure, but like why FIA? But
I think
coming back to the full story. Um, I'd even say the Kick Sauber also did a pretty good job though.
Mhm.
P9 and P11. Again, Bortoletto lost it by about 2 seconds with legendary Stroll. So
Yeah. And
Gabby
by
is
the way,
this year.
another ghost stroll stat. He is the last driver in the DRS era to make a pass using DRS.
To make a pass. Yeah. Lance
to a
Stroll is the
pass.
last to make a pass. Kimi is the last to push the button.
Yeah, Kimi was the last guy to push the button, but Lance was the last guy to pass a driver using DRS.
Who would have thunk
So,
it?
yeah, hey, greatest of sometimes, right? That's it's just
GOST.
it's just GOST things. It's just GOST things, guys.
But like
Oh,
yeah,
Lord.
I'll even say when you're looking at the drivers' championship, Alpine's second driver hasn't managed to score any points. It's like Alpine is becoming Red Bull because it's a one driver team now.
Alpine wish they were Red Bull.
My
Alpine wish
boy,
they were
yeah.
Red Bull.
But like, no, they thought Jack Doohan was bad, right? Replaced him halfway through the year, or barely halfway through the year. Didn't
Hmm.
give that boy a chance. They bring in Franco Colapinto. Oh, he did well last year. Let me see how he does this year. Still the same thing. What
Wait,
difference did it make?
Franco Colapinto, I think at the best did 3 or 4 races well. After
Exactly.
that, you
Exactly.
look at Brazil last year. Brazil, what mess was that?
I don't even want to talk about it. I don't know why they just think Franco Colapinto is the reason as the answer to everything. I'm sorry, give that rookie a chance. Hadjar crashed out on his first race. He crashed. Look where he is right
Oh
now.
wait, you know what? Since you mentioned Hadjar, finally the Austrian granddad finally decided to retire.
Decided to retire, or was he actually like fired? What was the actual?
Again, there is he was. It was again. There are multiple stories, but
Hmm.
according to Red Bull's official statement, he chose a voluntary retirement.
I see. I think that's just probably just for like PR sake.
Probably.
They just yeah.
Probably because
That
you
also.
you sign a driver without the approval from the top and depute him to your second team, and then you sign another driver for a development program, and that gets cancelled off, and then he had to be paid back mm, in by the millions. It just is a messed up situation.
Yeah, no, this actually is a very interesting situation for Red Bull now because now they're gonna be, getting new management in. So it's a completely different team.
Like yeah, again, when everyone said Formula One, this is like end of a Formula One era, this is also the end of the Red Bull era, because all the people who got Max 4 times onto the championship trophy is no more there.
I mean, all the people who got Red Bull, the 8 times World Constructors Championship is
eight
also not
times
there.
eight
Eight?
times
Eight or seven?
Sir.
Wait, four? Wait, what? How many times did
Red Bull 7.
seven? Okay, my bad. Never
Sir,
mind.
see, Lewis is running through our heads right now, okay?
No, I thought they won it 8 times. Okay, I mean, okay, what difference does it make, man? 8, 7. Okay, for Hamilton fans
Oh wait,
probably,
wait, wait.
but isn't it 8?
I'm double checking.
Maybe it's 7. Okay, regardless. I
Okay,
mean,
regardless.
the team's success came with those three people, mainly those three people.
Yeah,
Helmut Marko bringing in talent like Sebastian Vettel and Max Verstappen and all the other drivers as well. They do deserve a mention.
of course.
Look, regardless of the comments that he makes, the service that he did with Red Bull to bring all those drivers up into Formula One, to give them that opportunity. Look at the amount of drivers that they brought into F1. I don't
Uh,
think any other team would have done that or has done that in the
mhm.
last 10 years, last 10, 15 years.
Because that's also another thing. Red Bull is also popularly known for sacking drivers mid-season, so
True, true.
more the merrier.
That is true. That's the negative aspect of their,
Okay, but
of their
yeah, I
model.
get I get the point. From a positive side, yes, he did bring in a lot of them.
I mean, if
Yeah,
it weren't for him bringing Max in at the age of pushing for Max to come in when he was
yeah,
17, nothing would have been like. Just look at the laurels that he's bought in for the team, and
yeah,
that's all because of Helmut Marko.
yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, as much as like Christian is pretty much someone who is a little bit controversial, a
If you're
figure at
looking
the
like that, a
moment.
good amount of them are controversial.
All of them are, yeah, except Adrian. I hope. I
Exactly. Except Adrian, like everyone is controversial.
Yeah, I mean, look, he is the guy that formed the Red Bull team, right?
Hmm.
He is Mr. Red Bull. I mean, if the
Yeah,
one
but
person that you remember from, if you talk about the Red Bull Formula One team in terms of a business perspective to someone,
it's Christian Horner.
it's Christian Horner. And then you talk about, you know, uh, Red Bull F1 team to an engineer or an aerodynamicist, they would think Adrian Newey. So you think of any of those the bests in what they do, it's probably those three. And I don't know if you've ever had like a team where you had a partnership of these three people, these three key individuals in one team. I mean, the closest that you'd probably get is the Ferrari era where you had Ross Brawn, John
Andreas
Todt,
Fella.
and all those people.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, in the modern era, you have Red Bull, and now that Red Bull team is gone. You know, Max had so much of support from them. Now Max does not have the support. Obviously he does. He is Red Bull. That support will always be there for sure. But Isaac is coming into a team with a new environment. So that second driver curse. I'm not gonna say anything, I'm not going to say
Oh,
anything because
let's wait and watch.
I really hope he does well. But I really wish that both drivers get a good opportunity to,
That's the thing.
race each
It's
other.
not gonna be Newey designing the car this year. It's gonna be someone different. It's gonna be the actual plus it's Lauren Mackey's. Helmut Marko's no longer there. Yes, Helmut Marko brought him in, but at the same time, it's gonna be a lot more different, and he's not gonna have that pressure like the other drivers did. Like Daniel did towards the end, like Albon, Gasly, Yuki, all these drivers had. He's not going to have that pressure of being equal to Max because
Yeah.
the last few years since Max joined and Daniel left, it's all been in comparison to Max. But on the other hand, because Max was young, they wanted him so bad. That car, since he was brought in, was made for that man, right?
Yeah.
So the fact that right now it's so much more different is not Newey designing the car. It's not Christian Horner sitting on there. Helmut Marko is no longer there. So if the three people that made Max who he is today is not there, that's just gonna give Isaac a chance to do a little bit better, like to do better than what the other drivers had been doing in that seat. And I just
Yeah,
God is not gonna be like that curse is not going to stay because the first thing when I saw that it was going to be Isaac in that second seat and not Yuki anymore, I freaked out. I was like, this boy is so young. I don't want this thing to spoil his entire career like it spoiled the others.
Let's
I
hope
just
it doesn't. Let's
I'm
hope it
just
doesn't.
I'm
exactly.
scared, but I hope it doesn't.
Like Red Bull is going to launch the 2026 car in about a month's time.
Hmm.
December Jan 15th at the Ford site in Michigan. They're going to release the brand new car, and yeah, they're ending up for Honda. Honda is now with Aston
Engine
Martin
as
now.
well. Exactly. Different engine
Oh
as
no,
well.
I don't know if you saw that reels where you've got like those typical Ford system noises plugged into Formula One engine noises, and they're like,
That
okay, this is going to be how Red Bull is going to sound like.
Because no, there's quite a few. Like there are three teams that are changing their engines this for next year.
Yeah,
It's Aston, it's Alpine, and Red Bull. So it's like major changes for these teams.
and
And
also
technically Audi. I mean,
technically Audi,
Audi
Audi,
sadly,
have their own
yeah,
powertrain as
exactly my
well.
point. So like when you have these major things, these major changes, plus regulation changes, plus the people who are working in these teams, like these major people that are being changed, it makes so much of a difference. And I am scared for McLaren because they are the same team, same drivers, same people, same engine. Like the only thing that's different is because of the regulations, it's just the car. I don't
Hmm.
know.
Yeah, it's a clean slate. It's a clean slate like that for every team. I don't
Exactly.
think there's like
A couple of teams,
any.
but
Yeah, but I don't think there's like any team that has an advantage. Now, obviously, when testing starts and when the season starts, we probably would see like another F duct or like another, what was that thing called when the Mercedes, move that steering wheel? DAS.
yes.
Yeah. So we will not know until then, right? As of right now, we are living, in a situation where all the teams could probably have a chance. Heck, even Alpine. No, actually, no, they don't. Sorry, I'm going to cut them. I don't think they're going to win the championship. I'm just calling it now, right? But look,
Brilliant though.
but like, teams like Audi, for example, like Audi as a technical team weren't part of this 2025 season, which means that they kind of had a head start in developing and researching the car that needs to be made for
Mhm.
2026. So in
And,
some ways they got a head start too.
and not just Audi, we have Cadillac as well coming in. They've had
Exactly.
a long time to prep
Yeah,
for next year.
Exactly.
and
So
they've got Checo behind the wheel, so.
Exactly, it's Checo and Bottas, so you don't know what these guys can do.
And I don't know if you guys saw after Checo, after the testing said, oh, this car is just so normal compared to what I used to drive with Red Bull.
I
I
mean,
think
it's just a the engine.
yeah, I
It,
mean
it was a Scuderia Ferrari car.
It's a the engine.
but then again, he hasn't driven an F1 car in a year, right?
Yeah,
It's been a year, yeah. So it could mean anything, right? I mean, this is
hmm
probably just a statement that he had to put it out just to throw some shade at Red Bull and the team. But
But a hell
anything can
of a car.
happen.
So when he was in Red Bull, it was a hell of a car.
It was, but with how
hmm
he manage that seat, and the news that came out, where he was not doing as per Mr. Helmut Marko's expectations and all of that. He's
Yeah,
just throwing shade at that.
Yeah.
Well, good
Well,
for him. He's not going to be in the paddock anymore, so I think he's probably the most happiest guy.
yeah. Well,
probably. Yeah.
talking team changes. I think Lewis Hamilton after the race has actually suggested Ferrari needs to optimize its teamwork.
Mm, I don't know. Maybe not throw out statements about drivers like that, Ferrari.
This is sorry. I cannot take that statement seriously, man. Like, see, I'm not throwing shade at Hamilton or anything. This is, I swear to. I mean, this is. I think the statement needs to be changed a little bit. I think the statement should be optimize everything, please, not just teamwork. It needs to be everything. I mean, Hamilton has to just give out a statement for PR purposes, but he probably has more unparliamentary words that he would like to add in that statement, which he could not and he
100%.
cannot. But look,
No,
like I said, man, 2026 for Ferrari is going to be very crucial. Like, seriously, because have you ever heard any news or any rumor surrounding Charles, the golden boy of Ferrari, moving to another team?
no.
No.
I have heard.
Where? Where and when?
I think
Ask
Aston Martin or something. I
But that was
remember
this year, right? But this
this
that
year.
was
This
this
year.
year.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
I'm asking, has it ever been done before 2025?
Ah, no,
No, right?
no.
Exactly. And that is a big worrying sign because Charles is Ferrari's golden boy. And if news like this is coming out, it could mean that there is something really bad at Ferrari in
Yeah,
terms of the drivers and the management.
you can tell like these guys like literally laud him to like be like the face of Ferrari because even in the FIA awards, Charles was there front and fucking center.
Yeah. And
He
I
was
think
up
if
there with Pietro Ferrari getting those awards.
correct, exactly.
And I'm
And
like, why he got the award for what? Innovation.
innovation.
Or something, right?
What can for a second? What Ferrari innovated?
It was not F1 though. It was like the other teams. It was the
Okay,
other.
hypercar,
It
Yeah.
was
hypercar.
it was not. It
Hey,
was not.
Arjun, hello. Don't disrespect the Ferrari like that. We have a World Endurance Championship car that's winning
No,
everything.
I think see,
Endurance.
I think the World Endurance Championship team and this team need to swap. Then we can see something happening.
Honestly, I mean, it's not a bad shout. Look, I'm a delusional Ferrari fan.
I was
Anything will
happy to
happen.
see Manazzi up there, but that's about it.
But if you look at that, Max Verstappen actually won in a Ferrari during GT3.
Yeah,
He's
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
he's the only F1 driver who won in a Ferrari in the whole year.
Yeah.
If you look at that.
Carlos is the most recent Ferrari win.
Oh,
Still
really?
blows my mind.
Oh yeah.
That's
I
also
think
there.
Singapore. Which city was
Mexico.
that?
Mexico,
Damn.
2024.
The fact that that man is still the last Ferrari win blows my mind.
Okay, Vishruti, you're basically now turning this into Nathan's therapy podcast.
Yeah, what is this? What is happening? I didn't even want to throw shade at Ferrari. Why you guys started like throwing shade at my drivers? I'm
See,
going to leave.
I'm done. Like, I'm happy. Lando's won. Yeah, I won. That's about it.
And again, I don't know if you guys have seen. There were rumors that GP is going to leave his role, but then GP
I
then
did see
finally
that.
confirmed he'll still stay in the role because GP is told to kind of get on a bit on a higher role.
GP and Max has such a good rapport together that I can't see that man in any other position other than being Max's race engineer. And they've had so many wins and so many like championships done together that I can't see him anywhere else. So him being changed to something else,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know.
No, fair enough. Like again, we may not know in terms of like how things are going to go with Red Bull. We have a whole line of Americans joining in the team with Ford coming into the game.
That's freaking me out. I don't know why that's freaking me out. But to be fair,
It's
Haas,
nothing to be freaked out. No, see, Haas technically is an American team with an Italian engine. Cadillac is going to be the exact same thing. An American team with an Italian engine.
See, but that's the thing, when you
And
have
and and you know what makes it
when
even
you
more
have
funnier?
good drivers,
Yeah.
it's fine.
See,
When you have good
with
drivers, it's fine. Like you have Checo and Bottas there. Ollie Behrman showed what that car can do.
actually, yeah.
Like
But see, at the end of the day,
Mexico was brilliant for that boy.
see, if you look at this way, you've got Haas competing Ferrari in the championship. Sorry, in a particular race.
Yeah, yeah.
Realize that.
So
Because
like,
there are days where you see Ferrari finishing after Haas.
yeah.
And
I mean,
and and this is like basically last year Mercedes and McLaren, where McLaren finishes before where like your customer team has got a better package and it's doing well.
exactly. I mean, it goes to the aerodynamics of the car as well. To be fair, not that Haas has a better aerodynamic system than Ferrari does, because that's a Ferrari. But like at the same time, I
It's
don't
not the
know. A
engine.
lot goes
It's
into
not
the
the
team.
engine. It's
A lot
clearly
goes
not the
into the
engine.
team. A lot goes into the team. A lot goes into the car. A lot goes into the drivers. And
Exactly.
like, what sucks is that Ferrari has. Nathan really should be here.
That's why we are continuing this chat. But
Ferrari has drivers like Charles and Lewis. And if they're still doing, if Ollie Behrman in that Haas is still doing better than him, imagine what drivers like Checo and Bottas, who are rivaling Charles and Lewis 3 years back, what's gonna happen in
but
that
you gotta
same
you
season?
you got you gotta realize this fact as well. So Haas is also having a partnership with a legendary Japanese brand called Toyota, and
Yeah,
especially with with Toyota Gazoo Racing's tech coming on the background is really helping them.
I
So you
know
look,
it's
so you
bringing
look,
so
the
many
American part is there for the flag purposes.
That's
You've
about
got
it.
the Japanese working on the what do you call from a perspective of aero and stuff, and you've got the Italians working on the engines.
They're
It's a
gonna be
sweet,
good.
clear deal.
They're gonna be good. I'm not even joking when I say this. The regulation changes and Haas being so low in the constructors championship just gives them so much more, like, freedom to work on the aerodynamics of the car. And
So much time they get, to be very
who
honest.
knows what's gonna happen? Like, no, Williams doing brilliantly well this year. Haas doing well with Ollie this year. And Cadillac and Audi coming in almost dead last, basically have
No,
so
but
much time.
see, if you look at that also, Audi now has got those big names in Formula One. You've got like Mattia Binotto, you've got Jonathan Wheatley, you've got Ulkenberg and
Gabby.
Bortoleto in. So it's not that. So they are getting the pieces fixed quite well,
Yeah.
but we got to see again. Now it's not the problem with the personnel. Now it's basically to see what the engines are going to provide.
And
It
I hope,
all goes down to that only thing.
like, imagine if it's like a 10-way fight to the championship. I know it's not possible.
Holy! That is you're basically giving me options for whatever I should include in my bingo card.
Literally. Like, I know it's not gonna happen. Obviously, there's gonna be a dominant car, right? Or at least like three
Again,
dominant.
see, the world hasn't seen another Braun GP type of car. Okay, so we may not know.
Oh, go back there. Thank you very much.
We may not know what's happening here.
I'm
That Braun
scared.
GP car is now Mercedes-Benz Petronas Formula One team.
I'm scared. Oh my god. But yeah, genuinely, it's gonna be
Things
an interesting year next
things
year.
can happen. Things can really happen next year in terms of what's going to happen, how things are going to happen. And like yeah, from 22 20 cars, you're going to see 22 cars. Goodbye to DRS, and hello to Active Aero and
I'm so
electric systems.
on. Jensen Button would be crying.
I feel him. I really feel him. But again, we got to see at the end of the day, brands like Audi come into the sport is just with that promise that okay, the engines will basically have this sort of a more hybrid structure, so that in a way helps them.
Yeah.
But I was just again a wild thought. 2030. If these guys are like, okay, you know what, we've got sustainable fuels good enough for Formula One cars, and they reduce the dependency on of the electrical power, it will be wild.
So excited. Like,
V10 engines, bring
I,
V10 engines back. The
I want
noisy engines, and then just
it's gonna be so sexy. It's gonna be so good. Like, I need those
man,
engines back. I miss, like, I still remember like seeing, because V10 engines were not there when I started watching.
yeah.
So when I go back and I see like the old drivers, when I see like late day Schumachers racing and like
Or
Alonso,
not even Schumacher, like even say early days of Hamilton.
exactly Lewis's early days. When I see those cars, I see those races, I'm like blown away, like by by the speed, by the sound of the engines. It's so good. I want that back.
Like I wouldn't even mind like a V8 engine as well.
I'll take it. Why are we stuck down so low?
No, V10, V8, please go ahead. V6 also you can give us V6, but just not this thing where like you switch the button to hybrid and
I don't
charge
like
it
it.
through.
I don't
Please.
like it. How
But anyways, well, we may not. Things got to be seen and kind of witnessed by February 11th, which is the first preseason testing beginning off. We'll see that in terms of how things are going to come up. If we go by the exact dates, we have Jan 15th, Red Bull launch, Jan 26th to 30, the first preseason testing in Barcelona. February 9th, Aston Martin will be launching their car, and February 11th to 13th, preseason testing down in Bahrain. And the same bit happening for the third preseason testing as well, because testing hours are increased.
Yeah.
And yeah, the first race will still not happen in the Middle East because but at that time we are still observing the holy month of Ramadan here. But we're like almost there to kind of wrapping it up. But like yeah, it is what it is. So we are still going down to Melbourne.
We love that. I love Melbourne. Melbourne's such a, I don't know, interesting track for me.
Oh please trust me. Like
Almost Lando's first win in circuit.
like whenever because I sit and play all these Formula One games, and I'm just all of a sudden I see. So I play this game called F1 Manager. So like you
Mhm.
kind of choose
Oh
what
yeah,
tires to go on and DRS to be on or off and all those stuff. And then I'm like, when I see Australia, it's really fun to kind of do that race
oh
because you
Australia.
put on the main straight and then like put the electrical power on and on full boost, get the overtake done, clear it off. It is fun. But
Australia is always interesting for me. Like, especially,
Australia is definitely an interesting circuit, and definitely in terms of say interesting circuits, this is I think. Oh, next year we even have Madrid coming in,
yes, I'm so excited for that. Oh my god, I'm gonna miss
but we're going to
Barcelona.
miss
I'm gonna miss Barcelona.
no,
Oh,
not
Barcelona.
Barcelona. They're going to miss an Italian race instead. So Emilia Romagna is not there,
No,
and it's only Monza next year. I know. It's
I'm gonna cry now. Why did I not know this?
well. See, you're missing a proper race specific track to a hybrid track which has got both street and racetrack.
That is true, but at the same time, like, I don't know, I love Imola. Imola's where like a lot of nice McLaren memories are for me. It was my
Well,
first one too that I saw.
definitely we are not seeing that coming up in the 2026 season. But again, we got. I'm pretty sure the up 2027 season will have new races. Again,
Yeah.
a lot of countries are fighting for this because Formula
Imagine
One.
if they bring Hockenheim back.
I'm imagining more than Hockenheim bring India back.
That, you know, with the money that this government has, is never gonna happen.
We may not know.
I
You may
mean,
not know.
to be
If
fair, instead of Delhi, maybe
there was a Formula E pre which happened,
I did see that.
and there was a MotoGP which happened, but MotoGP the next 2 years got cancelled for some random reasons.
Yeah. I mean, they
So
have plenty of racetracks. They have not just Delhi, but they have one in Chennai. I mean, in Tamil Nadu, they have one in Bangalore. They have one in Kolkata. So
no, but it needs to be for Formula One. It needs to be a grade FIA grade one specific track.
Mm-mm.
which in India at the moment is only in Budh, which is in Uttar Pradesh.
Lovely.
So if that comes up, brilliant. If
I need Hockenheim back. I need Korea. Korea was interesting as well.
I want Istanbul back.
Oh yes.
I so need Istanbul back.
Istanbul. We need Istanbul back. Like Istanbul, like years back, that was so good. Like I still remember watching
I,
this video.
I still remember like Hamilton's last win was Istanbul.
I still
The
remember
last
the
championship win was Istanbul. Istanbul kind of sealed the deal for him.
like
So
Vettel. Well, I think it was no. Was it Vettel and someone else? No, no, no. It was. Oh yeah, the whole Vettel and Mark Webber thingy. Was that in Istanbul?
no, I thought it was
There was.
India.
I thought it was either Istanbul or Japan. One of the two. I don't remember which one it was. There was a crash. It was interesting to say the least.
Yeah, 2010 Turkish Grand Prix, Istanbul.
There
Yeah,
we go.
yeah.
Yeah.
I need that one, and even if possible, I want Portugal back.
Ooh. I mean, the amount of Portuguese
Man,
girlfriends these days have, man.
this is just like what do you call? I don't even want to get started with this, but
No,
like yeah,
Hockenheim would be extremely interesting. It would be lovely to have, a Nico Formula
German driver, yeah, and
exactly.
I'm pretty sure Audi will want to vouch for that as well.
Exactly my point. That's a
But
possibility.
but the fun fact is, Hockenheim has always been Mercedes' home.
That is true. But Hockenheim freaks me out because it's such a confusing track. Like I remember like racing it like in F1 and it's so I don't know. Like yeah, it confuses me. Hockenheim is such a hard track and it has been a really hard track for like the drivers, especially with like the turns and the sharp turn that it has. So
Mhm.
I don't know. Let's see.
Well, let's see how things go. Again, fingers crossed on all new tracks coming up. But I just really hope let's not have more street tracks for the sake for the love of God, please. No, just no.
We're good with street tracks. I'm fine. We do well in Singapore.
See, certain street tracks should be there. Say, for example, Singapore should be there. Even I would say again, Monaco is
Yes.
Monaco has to be there regardless. And say if you're looking street circuits, which else are street circuits? Which else are street circuits? If you're looking like that.
Well, the others as well. No, I can't do that. Um,
Yeah, so if you look at that, okay, we want Baku.
Vegas.
We want Albert Park.
Vegas.
Because we were just literally talking about Albert Park.
Yeah.
Um
Vegas.
I'm confused in terms of whether I want that. I would
I'm
rather
happy with Miami. Thank you very much.
no, I would rather trade that with in Indianapolis.
Indy. You mean like the 500 track Indy or like?
No, no,
But
no.
that's more
Not
like.
the not the 500 track Indy,
I want to watch Indy 500 again. I miss Indy 500.
which is like yeah, yeah in IMS.
Hmm.
So I would like that, but I don't want races like Austin or
Yeah.
Spa like go off.
No, no, no. See, Spa.
Is a doubt.
Spa. We
Spa is
need
a doubt.
Spa is interesting. Spa's been see. Spa's not been the best for Lando. I understand that,
But it
but
was good for Oscar. Come on.
Spa was good for Oscar. Spa's good for McLaren in general. Yes, right. But Lando's always been a hit or miss with Spa. But Spa is such an iconic track.
Yes.
It's Eau Rouge. That climb up, it's been so iconic.
See, it's just like how you say, okay, there you cannot think Formula One without Monaco.
That is
I would say I cannot think Formula One without Spa.
exactly my point. Spa is
Definitely.
never gonna leave the track. I mean, the calendar. And by the way, I just looked up IMS. So many high speed corners.
Exactly.
It's gonna be so pretty, so amazing to watch. Like there's barely like any. I don't know. There's barely any corners. It's gonna be.
It's gonna be a
What?
high speed turn. So
It's
uh,
what 10. Yeah, no, like what 14 turns and that's it. And it's honestly it's beautiful.
Well, it is what it is. But like, yeah, let's. I don't know if that's going to ever happen again. God knows.
Well,
But let's come back to Abu Dhabi and all those, because title fight happens here and gets all things done. And to be very honest with Yuki Tsunoda, I thought he would have the same fate as Jensen Button, because if Jensen Button comes back into a Formula One race, he has to serve a 10-second penalty.
right.
And I was like, oh, this if this guy didn't serve his 10-second penalty, that penalty stays with him until the time he gets into a new Formula One car.
Mind you, Yuki drove like there was no tomorrow. I don't have a seat next year. Fuck it, let me drive.
I actually got confused when he said, "Oh, I'm going to support Max in all ways possible," and I was like, "Huh, really?"
Did you see like the helmet swap after and everything?
There was a helmet swap between
Max
Lando and
and
Yuki.
Yuki.
Okay,
Max and Yuki.
Max and Yuki, fair enough. I was like, no,
Max
because
and Yuki. There was a helmet swap between Max and Yuki. There's a helmet swap between Gasly and Oscar before the race.
exactly no, I get that, but like,
See, Lando and Yuki never, right? For sure. But Max and Yuki having that helmet swap just solid. Like when we were watching like the drivers' parade, you can tell which driver wanted Max to win and which driver wanted Lando to win. Like when they wanted to say Lando, they were like, obviously Lando, yeah. But when they wanted to say Max, they're like, I don't know, I can't tell, blah blah blah. So like you knew that they were choosing Max.
yeah. Oh shit, I didn't discuss a very important thing. So
Well,
the
let's start.
last time a McLaren driver won was Lewis Hamilton.
Yes!
Did
Oh my god, the
I
similarity.
I forgot this part. I'm like, oh my god.
The
And
similarity, like, first of all, the win in Australia, right? Second of all, the date he won in wait, I need to go back to the India. I actually
I
say
know,
this.
I know, I know, me too.
The second
I'm so sitting and looking at my Instagram stories right now because I clearly remember mentioning this.
I
Okay, I got
say
him.
this.
Okay, so you've got, say, both won the season opening at Australian Grand Prix on March 16th. Both got their second win on May 25th in Monaco. Both DNF'd in Canada. Both won Silverstone in July 6th. Both won the title in the last race.
It was so iconic. Like it was meant for him.
I was like, this is what you call story rewritten.
It was so nice to like see that the amount of similarities that these two had, and like I don't know the fact that like it was someone like Lewis who Lando was able to like I don't know, I have no words. Clearly
Yeah,
there's nothing coming up right now.
because if you look at that, when Lewis won, he was just told to be P5 and above in order to seal the deal.
Yeah,
For Lando, it was P4 and above, if I'm not wrong.
yeah,
Yeah. So naturally, like, they didn't win the last race, but they won the title right there with their main competition. Because for Lewis, it was Felipe Massa in Ferrari, and for Lando, it was Max Verstappen on Red Bull.
yeah.
So clear stories being rewritten.
It's actually so nice,
I
to
was
see
I still would have wanted Nathan the historian to be here in this
that.
department. Why did you
Honestly,
go, dude? Why did you go?
no, it's so nice to see like the similarities between Lando and Lewis. Plus, like Lewis in 2014 when Lando won the karting championship, and he was giving him the trophy, just being like,
Yeah.
"We'll be
No,
here one."
I think that also has a similarity on the date, right?
I think it does. Like you will be here one day, and it was so cool. Like no, it blows my mind to see how confident Lando got with wanting to win the championship from 2024 to 2025. Like that, like 2024 when he was this close, this man was like to Max as well was like, "You'll win it next year. I swear to God. You like, we'll figure it out. I'm sure you'll come to it, and it'll eventually happen next year." Lando's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna win this year." I was
No,
like,
like, I got that exact this one. So Lewis said to Lando when he won the karting championship, the only person who has to believe in you is yourself. So never give up. And when Lewis went to congratulate Lando, he was like, I'm so happy for you. I told you.
That I told you got so viral. Like, oh my god, like that was so nice to see that Lewis still believed in him, and to see like the drivers come up and congratulate him as well. It's like it was so nice to see like the posts after Lando won, like Carlos, George, Albon having like separate posts to congratulate Lando. It's so nice to see that like how
Yeah.
these brought up
No, I
together.
think I think with Lewis just it's like, okay, he's not going to put up a post, but he's just going to be just go up there, make that camera moment.
Exactly my
Everyone
point.
will close that off.
Everyone 100%, like Lewis congratulating Lando for that, knowing full well.
And did you see that Lando's interview with Sky Sports where he said if anyone can bounce back, it's Hamilton.
Yeah, and it's so funny because like the entire year Lando was given backlash for how he reacted with Lewis for something in like the cool down room.
Yeah. I remember. Like
I
he
don't
said,
understand
back in the day, you had a fast car thing.
exactly my point. Yeah, exactly my point. Like I don't understand why Lando, like, see, this is my personal thing. I don't understand why Lando gets hate because how he is with Max, how he is with Lewis, how he is with Oscar, three main competitors of his, right? How he is with Charles as well. He's so respectful to them. Like you can see after Lando won, all this boy wanted to do was celebrate with Oscar.
Yeah.
Every single interview you listen, right? His championships interview, right? His cool down room, his when he got the Cup 2 days ago, right? When he went to McLaren headquarters to celebrate his win, every single time, the Sky Sports interview, every single time he goes, I want to celebrate with Oscar, but I understand his feelings and I understand if he doesn't want to as well, but I want to celebrate with Oscar. He was not there that night, like Sunday night, he was not there with him. Monday morning as well, not there with him, right? But
No, see that can be there. That can be there. See, I completely get that because Oscar and Lando personality wise, they're two different extremes.
Ozzy Iceman, and then
Because
there's Lando all happy.
yeah, because Lando wants to make that noise. For
Yeah.
Oscar, he's silent. He gets his thing is that I'm gonna talk on the track and that's it.
Yeah. I don't know. Lando, see, that's the thing, like Lando's always been a kind of he has like yes, he has his moments. But in my eyes, he has been a team player. Yes, so many people are gonna come at me for
Absolutely,
this.
absolutely.
But he has been a team player, and yes, there are moments like Hungary last year where he did not want to give it. Eventually he did give in. He just wants Oscar to come a little bit closer. Right?
Yeah.
Like be in my eyes, that was Lando wanting Oscar to be worthy of that win.
No, absolutely.
And that kind of fucked up Oscar's first win, right? I
See,
we've
I
talked
would,
about it.
I won't say it's with the drivers. There is something with the strategy that not always,
Tell the last three
sometimes it just
races.
messes it up.
You could tell in Qatar, in Vegas, like they were on the podium.
I know. I clearly
Especially
know.
Vegas. Vegas.
Vegas
Vegas
was
broke me.
no. If you look at that and Vegas, I saw like both the Mercedes, and I was like, if you look at that, that's the second year two Mercedes managed to pull off Vegas podium.
No, I swear to God, when I say I woke up for Vegas early in the fucking morning,
Hmm.
watched the race, so happy with the fact that Lando was up there and he had barely any points to win in he was gonna win in Qatar sprint at that
Uh,
point, right? And then I wake up about 3 hours later after sleeping beautifully, having the most amazing sleep because Lando's so much more closer to winning the championship. Max is now behind his ass more than he already is, right? And then the disqualification happens, and I'm like, this is not on the boys. They did well. This is not on them.
this is not in the
And
boys.
then
This is
their
not in the
whole
boys.
strategy with Qatar happened where they wanted to pit differently and they didn't want to pit under the
Oh
VS.
my god, we discussed this. We were like, was McLaren copying
I
Ferrari? And
genuinely don't
and and
know.
and and, and you know, we made a big joke out of this last week when we were like, the last time McLaren copied Ferrari, they got disqualified from the championship.
Exactly. Like, I
It's
genuinely
not for
don't
the good.
get it. Like, it blows my mind how badly they fucked up Qatar and Vegas. Like, it was not even on these boys. They just followed orders. They drove a car that had a lower, like, it was not on them. And that's severely. And when someone comes up to me and say, "Oh, Max was able to catch on those 104 points," Fuck off. I'm sorry, but the last two races, 50 points. 50 points went off in those last two races because of not their fuck ups, because of the team's fuck ups. So I
Yeah,
almost lost my hope.
yeah.
And then they come back with that, like, ah, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Again, this part. If we sit and talk about McLaren screw ups, this podcast can go on and on and on and on and on
Oh,
for
God, if
a
you want to
while.
know, we can talk
For
about
a
Ferrari
while. But
fuck-ups and
then,
we can talk about McLaren fuck ups, but like, see, McLaren's done well in the end, yes. Singapore as well, right? Like, I don't understand why people were thinking Oscar's the bad guy, Lando's the bad guy, Zach Brown is bad. Like, Zach Brown personally went on like an interview and said that he did not know where Oscar was when he stopped and when he started talking to him, and it seemed like it was Oscar being pissed off at him, and he
see,
was in the media.
I'll tell you that. That's just so much amount of BS that's just there.
I can never ever like them said.
You're no way. Your driver is finishing somewhere, and you're like, oh, I didn't know where his position was because clearly that is BS. One
Like,
hundred
what
and one
I don't
percent.
understand is these guys were celebrating up there, right? Lando's first question was, "Where's Oscar?" So it's not on their drivers at all. The fact that, like, even when you could see in the FIA interview, you could, like, when Lando was getting the cup, right? The first person he turns to is Oscar to say, "Hi, Mr. Piastri," and he starts going on, you know. So it's not the drivers that are indifferent to each other. It's the I don't know. I can't. I'm done. I'm not gonna rant more about this. I can go on. I'm gonna stop.
I think it's just that for a while, Vishruti has never gone on to a podcast that she's just like, oh my god, I have so much to catch up on.
I'm like Singapore.
I have so much to talk about.
Thank you for listening to my rant, guys.
But like, yeah, on that terrible disappointment, thank you so much for tuning on to another episode of Formula Pod. This will not be our last episode for the year, as we wrap this year with end of an era episode, because we are ending an era, and we'll be basically joined by some experts coming in on the show, and that we are expecting to get them out before New Year's for sure. But that's a bit more analytical in terms of different eras
Ranting.
of Formula One. You know, it's not even ranting. It's going to be more technical.
I love that.
So we're going to talk all about that. So like, yeah, stay tuned, and until next time, this is the entire crew from Formula Pod, and yeah, on behalf of Nathan going a lot earlier, signing off, and we'll see you for the very last episode. So for us, this is the penultimate goodbye, and catch you soon.